Manifestation isn't magic. It's actually identity alignment. My favorite quote is by Wayne Dyer. He said, "You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are." And I want to take it a step further because manifestation is not just about desires, it's so much about belief. And you manifest according to what you believe you can have and your capacity to actually hold everything that you're asking for. I'm Letitia, and today we're busting some of those manifestation myths, and we're also grounding you back in your power, in faith, alignment, and identity. Yes. Ooh, let's get into it, friend. Before we get into manifestation, first pause, take a moment. Let's check in with where you are because your position is everything. Some people don't even realize the place that they're standing and where they're manifesting from. Are you operating out of faith or fear? Because faith says, I believe that it's possible. I believe in infinite possibilities. Whereas fear gets you caught up in doubt and wondering, questioning if you're worthy enough to have it, if you can actually have it. While everyone else is having it, you're wondering, why not me? So check your position. Are you really standing in your faith or in your fear? And if you are straddling that line of 1 foot in and 1 foot out, that's the split energy that'll block your manifestations from coming to you. So check your position because faith moves. We know faith without works is dead. Faith is about movement. It's about believing in possibilities. Faith embodies. Faith becomes. Oh, that's a good one. If you've been tuned in to this series from the beginning, I've talked a lot about my dating desperately season. It was bad, friend. So glad to be delivered from that season. But one of the greatest lessons I learned after spending over a decade searching for love, one of the greatest lessons I had was realizing that I was searching outside of myself for love. And when my mom passed away, I was not worried about finding love. I was worried about finding me and getting reconnected back to me and figuring out who I was without her. And in that is when I really started to fall in love with myself. And in doing that, I also began to appreciate all of the love that was already surrounding me in my life. And I think that's such an important lesson to learn because so many times we are looking for something and we don't realize that it's already here. We already have it. It may not be showing up in the exact form that it is that you desire, but so much of the essence of what it is that you're already looking for, it's already here. You already have it. You're already holding it. So when you take a step back and look at your life and realize that the very thing that it is that you want, even if it's in a different form, how is it already present in your life? And how can you appreciate it and treat it well? Because when you are a good steward of what you already have, you get blessed with more. And that's what actually opens up the doorway for you to be able to hold it in the form that your heart desires. So take a moment and really think about what it is that you want. And if it's love in your life, where is love already showing up in your life? Is it with your family, your friends? Is it with your coworkers? Is it with a community, that you're a part of, that you're feeling that support that you are looking for in another form? So I really encourage you to take a pause and look within and not necessarily thinking about how you're without it. Because a lot of times we're not without, it's just within and we have to connect to it. So even if love is the thing that you're looking for, how are you doing with your own self love? Would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest? Is that where your self love is? Because if so, then it should be so easy to see it being reflected out in other areas of your life. But if your self love is like a 1, okay, friend, we got some work to do. But your world mirrors what it is that you believe. And when you take a pause and look around at what the world is reflecting to you, it's showing you what you believe. And if you believe that you can have it, that you can hold it, or that it's already here. So take that pause and look around. And we don't even talk about beliefs enough when we talk about manifesting, because so much of what you believe is what's already showing up for you. During my dating season, the reason that it took me over 10 years, thank you, okay, girl. But it took so long because there were some beliefs that I was holding that was blocking that desire. You know, watching Love and Hip Hop was not helping my situation because it had me thinking, this is what it is out there. Not only this is what's out there, but this is what is showing up here, and we don't like it. So there was a season when you know what? I wasn't watching Love and Hip Hop. I traded those in for the Hallmark movies because we needed said businessman to show up and save the town. Okay. That's what we were looking for. But in all seriousness, I had to reevaluate my beliefs because it's really hard to find, or I shouldn't even say find, it's really hard to attract the love that you want in your life when you have beliefs like men aren't faithful, all the good ones are taken, it's never going to happen for you. You know, there was a time when I really believed that my man was in heaven with Jesus, and that's when I would meet him. That's terrible. And it was a joke that I made, but it was like showing up in my reality because he was nowhere to be seen. That's what I mean by dating desperately, friend. My beliefs was all messed up. But when I started to believe that there are good, faithful, loyal men out there, there are men who also want to be married. There is a man out there looking for a wife, looking specifically for me. And when that belief shifted is when love walked in. So I really invite you to look at what it is that you are believing about what you desire. Do you believe that you can really have it? Do you really believe that it's possible for you? And you know what? If the answer is no, that's great news. No shade, no judgment. Remember, when we realize things that we are standing in, no shade, no judgment. It's not about that. It's about having the awareness to know, like, oh, you know what? This belief does not support what I desire. And now that you have that awareness, you're standing in a new place. And now from that place, what is the new belief that you can have that will support what you desire? What is the new belief about you that you can have to support you? That's where your beliefs really do make a world of difference. And we often don't even know what it is that we believe. We don't always know that we have a belief that's in conflict with what it is that we're trying to manifest. You know, if you want a new job or a new career or open up a business, but there's this underlying doubt or fear that it can happen for you, that is going to block you. And it doesn't matter how many affirmations you read, it doesn't matter how much you meditate and do your journal work. If you have underlying beliefs that are battling what it is that you truly desire, it will block you. So I really invite you to just take some time and whip out your journal. I'm huge on journaling. I love it. I know so many people be like, I can't journal. And it's okay if that's not your thing. I think that sometimes people, when they think about journaling, they think that they have to write their college thesis or that you got to give a dissertation in your journal. And friend, you do not. It's okay to write a few sentences or a couple of paragraphs, like whatever it is that you're feeling, like no one's grading you. Okay. It's fine. I promise. But when you journal, you give yourself a chance to separate yourself from what's happening up in here. One of my favorite quotes by Tony Robbins is, if you're in your head, you're dead. And I know that sounds dramatic, but it's so true because if you are just locked in here, you can spin around and ruminate for I don't even know how long on all of the reasons why these fears and doubts keep showing up for you. So it's really important to get those things out on paper because then they're not just stuck up here. And now your mind is free and clear, and you can drop into your heart because that's truly where all of your answers are. They are not stuck up here, they are in here. And this is often the last place that we think to look. I think that God is really funny because He's already equipped us with everything that we need to have everything that we really want. And He put it in one of the last places we would look, which is within. So I really encourage you to whip out your journal and write about the things that you want and invite yourself to be honest with you about what it is that you believe about having it and about yourself, because you do have to be a certain version of yourself in order to be able to hold those things in the physical. So if there is any fear or doubt in there, those are the things that will trip you up and block you. So use your journal as your friend to help you clear through some of the clutter in your mind and really bring those doubts and fears, those beliefs to light. Because once they're in the light, now you have a chance to really transform them so that you can manifest everything that your heart desires. When you are operating from your faith, you can then really embody the identity of the woman who's holding everything that you want. That's the place where you can actually align your habits with what it is that will support you in having what you desire. But one thing that's so crucial about manifesting that also doesn't get talked about a lot is timing. And timing is something that I invite you to divorce because time can get you caught up. And I mean, in the worst way. What I mean by that is we have a goal. Let's say you want to start, you want to, get into that relationship, start that family. You want to be at a certain place in your career within, 5 years or 10 years, you want to be here. We set these goals. And listen, I am the high performance queen, friend. I'm all about setting goals and giving yourself timelines because we do have to have that structure to be able to work towards something. So much of creating the life that you really love is about having that vision. So having those goals and timelines, it is great. But I really invite you to divorce the fact that it may not happen within your time frame, because time is really not our business. Time really belongs to God. And if that's not your jam, it belongs to the source, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in. But I believe that timing is so divine. And things that we truly carry in our hearts as desires, they were placed there on purpose to give us that sense of direction, to move towards, to give us that vision. But divine timing, that belongs to God, source, the universe. That's not really our business. We can give it a time frame as a cute, nice to have, because when you say that you want something in a year or two, and if it takes you 5 or 7 or 10, we have to be okay with that, because I think we don't always recognize the gravity of what it is that we really desire compared to where we're standing today. And in order to have all of the things that you desire, there's a landing strip and there's preparation, there's progress on this landing strip. And we don't get to decide when we reach the ultimate milestone, but you do get to decide if you will enjoy the journey in the meanwhile, because so much of manifesting is about enjoying the moment. It's about being present and appreciating the journey. And if we were just given everything that we wanted within the snap of a finger, where is the fun in that? Where is the joy in that? Where is the growth in that? So I invite you and really encourage you to get present and enjoy the journey. Enjoy what you have right now at this stage, because the more grateful and appreciative that you are for what you already have, that's the things that open up those doors to everything that you're really, truly wanting. So if you've been manifesting and it hasn't shown up yet, don't get discouraged. Don't ask yourself why it's happening for everybody else and not me. Don't get disappointed. Don't get too discouraged. Don't have that fear and doubt of worrying about if it's possible for you. When that happens, it's really a sign that you're standing in fear. And it's your signal to step back and get into your faith, because faith is that space of hope and possibility. And that's where so many things bloom from. It's not that things can't bloom out of fear or doubt, but it will take you so much longer and you create your own suffering in that place. And I don't know about you, but we've done the suffering thing and we're over it. So step into your faith and really ask yourself, what do I believe about this? And who am I being? For me, when I was in that dating season, I had to ask myself, am I just dating to find a husband, or am I dating as a woman preparing to be a wife who can sustain that level of partnership? Because let me tell you another lesson I learned. What surprised me when I did meet the man of my dreams and we were dating, what I learned was that I no longer had that urgency, that sense of urgency of marriage, 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 marriage. I really wanted to build a solid foundation for us to build a marriage on top of. So while it was something that was still important to me and it was still a goal and it was something that we both mutually wanted, what became even more important than getting married was actually having a relationship that was solid, that we could build a marriage onto. And that is the kind of shift that allowed our relationship to blossom into a marriage. So, really ask yourself, am I operating out of faith or fear? And if you're in fear, it's okay. It's just a signal to reposition yourself back into your faith. And then ask yourself, what do I believe about what it is that I'm desiring? Do I believe that I can have it? And who am I being? Am I being the woman who's afraid that she'll never have it? The woman who's afraid of being disappointed along the way? Or am I the woman who is preparing herself and growing herself and embodying the woman who already has it and can maintain and sustain it? Oh, that was so good, friend. I really hope that you loved this episode because I really loved making it for you. And remember, friend, you don't have to try harder. You just have to align deeper. Oh, yes. Get into that alignment, friend. If you need more support aligning with that next level identity, check out the link in the description for the Momentum Builder. It helps you get into alignment with your identity one day at a time. And make sure that you are subscribed. This is the last video for this series. Can we just give a round of applause here? Because video is not my jam, okay? I don't really like doing video. I was honest about that in like video 3. So if you have not watched the entire series, please go back and watch it. It's so good. But I am very proud that I made this series for you. I hope that you are loving it. And I'm realizing that, you know what, this video thing is okay. All right. But there is so much more to come. So make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on the next series. All right, friend, I will actually see you tomorrow because I am on a streak to make 100 videos in 100 days. That's a video every day, friend. Okay, look at me going from I don't like video to we making 100 of them. Okay. But this is what main character energy is all about. So, what is your big goal? What is the one area of your life where you are really stepping into your main character energy? Because we are doing it together, friend. Okay. We do not have to do this by ourselves, we have each other. So, tell me in the comments what your main character energy era is all about, and let's get into it together. Okay, friend, see you tomorrow.